on AM radio station 1240 KNRY, cable channel 24, and on the web at www.ampmedia.org. So we've been speaking about hand washing in lieu of International Clean Hands Week 2010. In the last 40 minutes or so, we've learned about the Monterey County Public Health Bureau and the Visiting Nurse Association Clean Hands and Hand Washing campaign. And we've learned how, when, and with what materials to properly wash your hands. And now we'll speak with my next guest about some of the health department's past and present efforts to stay healthy and germ-free. I'd like to welcome my next guest, Karen Smith, Public Information Officer for the Monterey County Health Department. Hi, Karen.
Hello.
Thanks again for being on the show. Really appreciate it. And you may recognize Ms. Smith from, as she's been a guest on the program a few times before. So again, Karen, thank you so much. Aside from what we just heard and saw from the nurses, I understand that the health department conducted other outreach to promote additional prevention messages.
Well, H1N1, when it hit, we really knew that we had to do something. And we got down to the basics: wash, cover, stay. Wash your hands, cover your cough, and stay home when you're sick. And from that, we decided that a poster contest would be the thing to do. And so we held a poster contest for students K through 5. We wanted to see some really colorful work. That was great, and we have the results here. We got about 300 entries, and little kids know. They know that you're supposed to wash your hands, cover your cough, and stay home when you're sick. So this is from Madeline Britt from Laurelwood Elementary. She won for Stay Home When You're Sick. The originals are framed and at the health department. Hers is much, much bigger. That we had to move them down to size. So there's that one. And then we have 2 young ladies from Loma Vista Elementary who did the Cover Your Cough.
Looks like they are covering their cough there.
Yes.
What are they saying there?
It says cover your cough with your arm so you don't spread germs, so you don't get other people sick. We try to get kids to cover their cough like this, because if you cough into your hands and then you shake someone's hand or you put your hands on something, you're just spreading germs. So it's better. The kids call it the vampire cough. So you cough like this. And that's Mrs. Varner's kindergarten class from Prunedale Elementary. That's all their little hands reminding us to wash their hands. That's the cover of our calendar, which was what came out of this. We had so many just great artwork from the kids in the county that we decided to do a calendar, and
featuring some of the other entries, isn't that right?
Mm-hmm. Some of the other entries, and it's an academic school year, so it just started. I have some copies, so if you would like to call the health department and...
Oh, there's the vampire that you mentioned earlier?
Yes, the vampire cough. You can call 755-4639. That's my direct line, and I can get you calendars.
Let's do that again. It's 831-755-4639. 4639. And as we mentioned earlier, the email address, mchg2010 at gmail.com. You're more than welcome to email in and request some calendars, some posters. We've also got a wonderful magnet here. Now this is a magnet that, you know, refrigerator, definitely refrigerator work, anything else that file cabinets. I think I have a couple at in my desk area there at work. Feel free to call or email and request some of these materials. We have plenty of them, and
we want them to get out there. It doesn't do any good to have them in our offices. We want them out in the community. And then finally, one of the things we did was we got some extra funding during H1N1, and we really felt we needed to get the hand washing message out. So we bought some advertising time. And we have this, we did one on the Spanish stations, and then we did another one, and it basically is washing hands saves lives, and I'm going to spare people. I'm not going to sing it.
Oh, I'm sure you do a nice job. But so it sounds like there were a combination of things that were happening. There was wash, cover, stay were the messages. Of course, that's wash your hands, cover your cough, stay at home when you're sick. The poster contest, and out of that came calendar, came some magnets. And we also have some framed artwork at the health department that is blown up, and it's hung throughout.
Yes, from this, since we didn't have money for prizes, we did an art show for the kids.
Ah, I see.
And we did it with adults. So now that there's art in the health department, the kids' drawings, there's actually the 3 that we showed, and then there's yet another one, the one with the vampire cough. They're all framed and hung up there. So the kids will have their artwork there until they're 30 or so, and they'll be able to come back and say, this is what I did.
Very nice. And I'm seeing some other things here on the table. We've got, it looks like some images of Wash Cover Stay here and a coupon for a free bottle of hand sanitizer upon, let's see, receipt of the H1N1 vaccine. Yeah. So this was, again, more geared towards the H1N1 vaccine and those prevention messages. But again, as you can see, I'll hold this up one more time, the Wash Cover Stay, and on the back, it also describes what Wash Cover Stay means. And a couple other contact numbers and websites and so forth. So we have those, the posters, and then the jingle. So you described that these posters were judged.
They were judged by some high school kids at North Salinas High, the leadership program, by our staff and by the staff at KSBW.
Oh, okay. And we won't name any names just for complete confidentiality there.
Yeah, but we had a very hard time picking out posters. And they've been it's fun. It's fun. I knew we would, that's one of the reasons I wanted to do little kids. But the hands, you know, it just calls to you.
And I remember back when they were due, the posters for the contest, they were due, and they kept coming in. Calls kept coming in. Can we send them late? You know what I mean? We have so many. We can't get them down there. There were so many posters, and they were all. It was very. The judges had a really difficult task there.
I think we had 350 entries.
Wow.
Which surprised me. It's the first year we've ever tried it. So
do you think that based on these entries and the volume of submissions that you got, do you think that you'll be doing something this year?
I'm hoping to do something. A lot has to do with, or the health department, with funding. Let's be honest. I'm looking at some different ways to fund some more contests so the kids can have fun and express themselves and show us they know the messages. The kids definitely know the cover your cough and wash your hands messages. They definitely know all the 3 messages.
It looks like it because the vampire cough, I mean, that's a good cover your cough right there. Mm-hmm. So, it looks like there's quite a few budding artists in our own backyard. Who knew? Can you describe the jingle? I'm interested in that. The commercial, the jingle. You said it was you bought some time on KSBW.
I did.
Can you give us like just the who, what, where of the jingle?
It was an interesting process. There isn't an actual jingle, and it goes, washing hands saves lives. I can't remember the rest of it, but it's very bouncy. KSBW they came and they filmed in our restroom and people in kitchens, and so it's various pictures of how to correctly wash your hands. And our young lady that was here earlier is also in the commercial.
Oh, okay.
So it's been very well received. We're hoping to enter it in a contest for the flu fighting contest.
Oh, the California Department of Public Health is having a flu fighting film and photo contest, aren't they?
Yes, they are, and it's cdph.ca.gov. Kids are eligible. There's some very cool things. I'd encourage people who have creative kids to look at it and let them go. I mean, what a great opportunity.
Definitely. So that was on the California Department of Public Health website. Sure, from the homepage there, you can probably navigate yourself over to the contest. And in terms of this jingle, again, I'm still interested. Who came up with this song? Did the health? Did you?
No,
did the health department?
Guess the salesman was very nice, and he actually went and said, "I have a guy who writes jingles," and we had a discussion with him, one of those creative discussions, and I said, the main theme is washing hands saves lives. Well, he started singing that, and so now we have this washing hands saves lives. I gotta warn you. I can't remember the whole thing anyway. And the next thing I know, it's in a commercial.
Wow.
The guy did a wonderful job. It was it was a really kind of a community effort. It was fun.
Definitely. It sounds like there are some very interesting ideas that can come of this for next year.
Yeah, in fact, Linda had, at the West End celebration, I think it was, some man walked up to her and started singing it.
Oh,
just
one of
out
our
of the
public
blue.
health nurses, Linda Payne,
Yeah,
was just
so
on?
that was just on. Some man, they were doing a hand washing demonstration, and some man walked up and started singing the song. So it made an impression.
And this is definitely, what we want in the community, though. We want these messages to be pervasive and not only geared towards, clearly it's not only geared towards the younger folks.
Yeah, we need adults to wash their hands too. It's
true.
We're looking at, there are some studies that say half of men who, after they use the restroom, don't wash their hands. I mean, you start thinking about that kind of thing. We really just need to continue to get the word out. True,
it's not just for, during flu season or, when there's a pandemic declared. It really should happen
all the time.
All the time, all year, every year. So what a great way to get the community involved. And from what I hear, those efforts to get folks involved are not stopping here, aren't stopping with some of the ideas for this upcoming season or year. In honor of Clean Hands Week, the Health Department and VNA will be conducting activities in a variety of locations throughout Monterey County, I've heard. Would you be able to fill us in at all on their busy schedule this week in honor of International Clean Hands Week?
Tomorrow, if you want to go to the farmers market at Wick in Salinas, they'll be doing hand washing demonstrations. On Wednesday, they'll be doing hand washing demonstrations at the farmers market at Natividad. And then they will also be doing school assemblies at from the poster contest, the winners, at Prunedale Elementary, Loma Vista Elementary, and Laurelwood Elementary.
Okay, so once again, those are two farmers markets. Tomorrow, the 21st, Tuesday, is going to be the Wick Farmers Market in Salinas. The hand washing, will there be a demonstration there like we saw?
The ladies who were here earlier, the nurses that were here earlier, will be there and teaching kids how to wash their hands, and adults, probably mostly adults.
Excellent.
Because they'll be there from 9 until 2, so the kids aren't out of school.
Okay, and then on Wednesday, the 22nd, we have another farmers market at Natividad Medical Center, and that will be a same hand washing, demonstration.
Yes.
From 9 to 2 as well?
9 to 2. Yes.
Okay, and then the rest of the week, school assemblies in honor of the winners of the poster contest at Laurelwood, Prunedale, and Loma Vista.
Loma Vista, yeah.
Excellent.
So that'll be an exciting thing for the kids to do.
Indeed, and so that sounds like a pretty action-packed week in terms of these clean hands and hand washing activities. In light of the looming flu season here that is about to be bestowed upon us, does the health department have any plans for continued prevention outreach this year beyond, this week's activities?
The hand washing campaign will continue. That'll be something I think that will continue until we get everybody to wash their hands, so it'll be a while. We encourage everyone to get their flu shots this year. That's what's changed, is that there's no groups anymore. It's everybody get your flu shot. There will be some public clinics at some schools. The schedule is not out, so I'd say watch our website, and those will be posted. And you can always go to our public health clinics on Alisal at 559 East Alisal, or at Seaside at 1150 Fremont Boulevard. And they're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11, and 1 to 3 to do walk-ins for flu shots. And since we've got this going on, whooping cough.
Oh. That's another big thing, huh? Hand washing is definitely going to come in handy.
Yeah, and covering your cough is another.
In fighting that one. So let's recap those dates and times. So we've got flu vaccine clinics happening at the Alisal Health Center or the Seaside Family Health Center. And for more information, again, I encourage folks to visit our website, mtyhd.org. That's mtyhd.org. And that's the health department's website for more information, or feel free, as always, to email that email address that you saw earlier, mchd2010@gmail.com. If you'd like a question, if you'd like some posters, find out more information about these upcoming flu vaccine clinics. You said that the health department will be doing some public vaccination clinics.
We will be doing some. They're not I don't have a schedule yet, but they will be posted as soon as we get them scheduled. They'll be posted.
Very well. And so again, the times for the health department.
The health department.
Alisal clinic is.
Alisal and Seaside are open at the same time. So it's 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and then 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. And those are walk-in clinics. And it's a sliding scale, so it's free and reduced price.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Karen. I think we've learned a lot about what the health department has done in terms of prevention and outreach throughout the community. Again, if anyone is interested in posters, any of the calendars, magnets, we've got hand sanitizer here. We've got demonstrations of hand washing. Mm-hmm. There's all kinds of things that we can do to get involved here. So I've certainly learned a lot from this program, and I hope you've gotten a lot of some new information about staying healthy, clean, and germ-free. These tips can certainly come in handy now and definitely during the upcoming flu season, as we mentioned. So I sure hope you've enjoyed this program as much as I have. This is Emily Sciolto signing out for Your Health radio and television program. Okay. We are not signing out now for
we have 10 minutes.
the program.
We can talk about whooping cough.
Okay.
Whooping cough, also known as pertussis, since I've got you here, is a communicable disease. It's highly contagious, and it's one of the most common vaccine-preventable diseases we see on a regular basis. Right now we're in an epidemic. California's in an epidemic. We are slated to probably beat the record of number of cases since 1955.
Uh-oh.
We've had 9 infant deaths. It's pretty serious, and we're trying to get people to children get their boosters, and they get a certain kind. And then after age 7, you get a Tdap. And it's important for us adults to get it because babies can't be immunized. So we're trying to create a cocoon around them of people who are immunized. And even if you got your shot when you were younger or you got the whooping cough, your immunity wanes. So we're just encouraging everybody to get it. Talk to your healthcare provider. You can go to our clinics. Same time as you can get your flu shot, you can go in and get a double shot.
Okay, a double shot, I like
double
that.
Shot.
So we switched gears here from influenza to whooping cough or pertussis. And when you say we, in terms of these infant deaths, do you mean Monterey County?
No,
or?
The state of California has seen 9 deaths since January 1st. In Monterey County, we have seen 78 cases, but no deaths. So I want to make that clear. We have had no deaths.
Okay.
But we're just trying to protect people and getting. And this particular shot it's pertussis, tetanus, and diphtheria. So you get 3 in 1.
Okay.
And it's important that you keep your tetanus shots up to date in case you're stepping on things that you shouldn't be stepping on. But definitely the whooping cough. This has been just a season that, for example, this year we have 78. Last year we had 20.
Number of cases.
Number of cases to this point. That tells you where we are.
Definitely. It seems much more extreme than last year. So is the health department doing anything in terms of outreach for pertussis and whooping cough, similar to the hand washing and staying healthy? Anything specific? Or
we've been pushing the same sort of thing because we really want people to. It's the immunization message with this. We're just trying to get the information out. We did do a public clinic. We did 2 public clinics earlier in August. We did one in Monterey and one in Salinas. We continue to try to get people to go to other clinics. I'm guessing that at the public flu clinics, we will also have those we'll also have Tdap available.
Oh, okay, and that's what you meant by the double shot there.
Yeah. And plus, you can get it you can still go. It's a walk-in clinic to our health clinics at Alisal and Seaside and get both your flu shot and your Tdap and whatever else vaccines you might need. But it is a big concern for us because it's not a pretty thing. The kids get very, 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 very ill.
No, it sounds like it. And this is the These are the most cases we've seen on a state level since 1950?
On a state level since 1955.
Oh, okay.
The last time we had a peak was around 2004, but nowhere near what we're seeing right now.
Okay, so that is quite alarming. Where should people go to get more information about this whooping cough or pertussis?
They can go to the California Department of Public Health's website, which is cdph.ca.gov, and you can find it it's real readable. They're really easy to find there. Or you can find it on our website.
Okay, and that website was mtyhd.org. And again, if you have questions about any of the things that you've heard today on the show, whether it be hand washing demonstrations, any of the goals and strategies that were mentioned in our first segment by the public health nurses, any of the activities that will be conducted for the rest of the year and for the duration of the campaign, you can feel free to email mchd2010@gmail.com. And again, the same email address is true for posters, quantity of posters, calendars, magnets, as well as information on the immunization clinics for either seasonal influenza or pertussis, whooping cough as it's known, and for younger folks as well as adult vaccinations,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, for both.
Very well. Well, anything else that you have for us today, Karen?
Those are the biggies. I would really encourage people, especially if they're around babies. If you are around babies, younger children, pregnant women, get your pertussis shot.
Okay.
And wash your hands.
Well, you've heard it. Thank you so much for joining us today on the program. Don't forget, next month's program will be dental hygiene and oral health. And please email us your questions. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.